Hey everyone, welcome back to Noiseberry Games. It's that time of the year again where I go over my top 5 games of 2021 along with some guests. Bit of a different format this year because some people just aren't playing games as much as they used to. So we're having some different guests. So instead of Robbie in this video, we've got our boy Taylord.
Hello.
Welcome, Taylor. This is going to be different for me especially.
Oh? Why is that?
I mean, I've done this particular video with Robbie like 5 years in a row or something like that.
Jesus.
So I'm just gonna be bouncing my games off you this year, and then in tomorrow's video, Taylor will be doing his top 5 games, just
Indeed.
bouncing it off me.
I'm gonna physically manifest him in the form of a football. I'm gonna bounce him off his face.
Ah, FIFA on your list. Good choice. Good choice.
Oh, fuck that. American football all the way.
Oh, okay. The old pigskin. Yeah, this is also going to be really interesting because even though we like play games together a lot, I think in our like spare time we play probably like very opposite games.
We are vastly different as we've come to discover, or rather, I have come to discover.
Yeah, I think maybe we started off about the same, but not anymore.
No, some of us have matured.
That's good. Like these 2 videos, they're going to be very, very different lists.
Indeed.
And just before we get started, feel free to put your lists in the comments below. I always forget that. This year I remembered. Amazing.
Good job, mate.
Thank you. I usually had to add it in post.
Oh god.
Okay, let's get right to mine. Gonna go 5 to 1. Starting in at number 5, I've got Gnosia.
What the hell? Wait, let me... What in the fuck? Oh, you played this on your channel. I've seen... Oh, okay.
I did. So I did a John's watch on this, and then I liked it very much, and played through the whole rest of the game, and then did a follow-up video on it.
God, the eyes on that red-haired woman are fucking weird.
The art style is kind of weird, yes. But basically what it is, if people don't know, it's a visual novel that I played on Switch. I think it might be on PC actually, but I played it on Switch, and it's mostly visual novel, but it's also like a single player game of werewolf or mafia or like I guess Among Us.
Way to relate to the kids there, John.
Thank you. You don't know if people know what werewolf and mafia are anymore.
Yeah, God, I played that in like high school drama class, but like, yeah, I guess there are some people who don't know. Wouldn't be able to relate to those terms anymore.
Right? So yeah, it's like a social deduction game, but it's entirely single player, so you're playing social deduction against AI, which I think was very interesting. And it actually worked really well. It's got an interesting story. It's sci-fi, which normally I don't like, but I still found the story interesting. And you basically piece together the story by playing rounds of werewolf over and over in a time loop. So it was really interesting, really unique, and I played through the whole thing and had a great time with it.
Huh.
That was number 5.
Yeah.
I will say that I had numbers 1 to 4 like pretty solidly in there, but 5 was it could have gone a couple of different ways with my honorable mentions, but I landed on Gnosia.
All right.
Okay, so number 4 is Mini Motorways.
Oh god.
As I'm sure some people probably expected to be on there. It came out this year. I currently have 51 hours in it.
Oh god, really?
Yes, I've played it a lot.
Wow. Have you gotten any better at it? Because like it was a little rough those first few videos.
How dare you? Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I think some people on like my friends list are better than me. But yeah, Mini Motorways, it's basically a way better version of Mini Metro, which I liked well enough, but after playing Mini Motorways and with all the cool new features in that, I found it like impossible to go back to Mini Metro. But Mini Motorways is just perfect as like you got like 20 minutes you want to play a game, you just throw on a game of Mini Motorways, and it's like so many times I'd come in from work in the evening and just be too dead to play like a big game, like a more actiony game, and so I would just play a few games in Mini Motorways and listen to music, and it was really great.
Huh. All right. I've seen them both. I haven't played either of them.
I will say Mini Motorways is probably the best one to start with, just because I think it's a way more fun game. I definitely didn't play 50 hours of Mini Metro. But the devs are also really, really devoted to it. Like, Mini Metro started with like 8 maps or something, and they added a 30th map to it this year.
Wow.
And yeah, Mini Motorways has already had 1 map added, and hopefully they keep adding maps in the future. That would be great.
All right.
So yeah, I think a lot of people probably expected that one to be on there. Number 3, I've got Death's Door.
Okay, the Burb Souls.
Yeah, Burb Souls, you got it.
Again, I've seen so many people play it. I've never touched it just because it's like, all right, cool, another Souls like that I'm not going to get to for about 1,000 years. It does look super cute, and I hope it's a well-designed game.
Yeah, it's really good. I like most games that I play nowadays, like by the time I get to the end of them, I'm like, phew, I can stop playing this and like move on to one of the other million games I still have to play. But when I finished Death's Door, I was like, oh, I could have gone for a few more hours of this. And so I did a whole other playthrough of it. Using just the worst weapon in the game, because that was an achievement, and I really liked the game.
Oh, the umbrella, right?
The umbrella.
Nice. What an English weapon.
I know, right? I don't even know if they're English. I think they're Australian.
My phone decided that it was gonna pick up and it thought I was saying something to Google thought I was saying something to it, so it just Googled the Burb Souls. Like the BURB Souls. And I've got Soul Food. I've got a Soul Studio working on a new EP. I've got the Burbs on YouTube. I've got Dark Souls 2 footage.
Nice.
AWOL Nation and Burn the Witch official trailer.
Interesting.
What is this shit?
I don't know. Burb Souls, I like that though. Like BURB is great. But yeah, Death's Door. It's a Souls-like. It's a bit Zelda-y, a bit Metroidvania-y. I found it a lot easier to recommend to Robbie because it's like very inspired by Zelda. It's probably like more so a Zelda game than a Souls-like, but
okay.
It's definitely got the Souls-like elements. And like I said in my review of it, I found it pretty easy, honestly, just from having played so much Dark Souls. Like it was really fun. Like you start a boss fight and you'd get like pretty much stomped, and you'd be like, this seems impossible. And then like on your 4th attempt, you kill it without taking a single hit because you've just figured out its attack pattern.
Huh.
So yeah, would definitely recommend it. I think you'd probably like it. I don't know.
How much is it going for on Steam right now?
I think it's like $20.
Because I swear to God, I saw it was on sale today.
Oh really? So I bought it when it was only like 10% off because I saw it in an Iron Pineapple video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he liked it. You know, he and I have pretty similar taste in Souls-likes, it seems. And like it just looked so good. Like the footage looked awesome. It looked so like smooth to control. And then like the day after it went like 10% off, I was like, okay, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. I don't buy many games nowadays, outside of sales, but just something about it. I really wanted it. I think it's because it's so dark. I quite like dark and depressing games, so I really like the art style and everything about it.
So to clarify, it is not on sale, but it is just a regular price of $22 Canadian. Like that's pretty good.
That's pretty cheap, yeah. Like let me try and see how much time I put into it. I put in 17 hours to 100% it to get all the achievements.
Oh wow, and you never 100% things.
And I very rarely 100% things, you're right. So yeah, I think it was pretty good value, honestly.
Nice.
Okay, on to my number 2 game of the year was Little Nightmares 2.
I thought you hated horror games.
No, I quite like horror games, I'm just really bad at playing them. But Little Nightmares, I would say, is definitely just like a creepy atmosphere game instead of being an actual scary game.
Alright.
I think, like, I'm also like, the worst thing about horror games for me is when it's first person, and obviously this is just like a side-on, like, 2.5D platformer kind of thing, like Limbo. So it's, you know, you can see what's coming all around you. That's the nice thing about, like, third person, I guess.
You mean when that asshole farmer's about to shotgun you?
Oh, God, it was so good. I was sold as, like, in, like, 10 minutes into the game, I was like, I love this.
Damn,
which is weird
right.
because I played the first Little Nightmares for the first time this year as well, and thought it was decent. It was fine. Got to the end of it. I thought that was, great, fine, whatever. And then played Little Nightmares 2 like right after because I saw it came out this year. I thought, I'll give it a go. And just like what a difference. Like I said, 10 minutes into it, I was just in love with it. It was so cool.
Huh.
And then like there's 5 levels in it. I think it doesn't take that long to finish. I think it took me about like 7 or 8 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the second level is a creepy school level, and that was so good to me. I think there's like a bit where you're running away from something creepy. I'll leave it vague. In a library, and man, it was like that exact moment. I was like, this game is on my list this year.
Nice.
It was just so good. I replayed it again over Halloween with my girlfriend, and we had a great time just playing it. She plays games very differently than I do. She was like poking around into every single corner to try and find like collectibles and stuff. And I think because I watch so many speedruns, I just zoom through games. So like it would take us about like 90% of our time was playing through the first like 40% of a level, and then I would switch over and just blitz through the rest of it.
Wow, okay. Because
that's just how I play games now. But
Jesus, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a bit of a problem. It's like slight tangent here. Like I'm playing like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that if you turn the background music off, it lets you skip some text a little bit faster. And
what? Okay.
It just like, when you like pick a berry or something, it'll do like a little jingle.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn off background music, it skips that jingle, so you can just mash through text boxes that much faster.
Oh my god.
And so that's just how I like to play. So I play without the sound, and I can just skip through text boxes.
Dude, you gotta learn to appreciate a game as an experience, not just as I started, I'm gonna finish it, nothing else matters, let's go. Like, you gotta just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Unless it's Dark Souls, you gotta sit back, enjoy getting completely destroyed and smashing your head against a wall, and enjoy it.
There's definitely some games that I would, like Death's Door. I took my time with that a lot. I won't get started on a Pokemon rant, but that is not the kind of game I'm gonna take my time with.
Wow.
But, I think like Little Nightmares 2, like also when I played it with my girlfriend, I'd already beaten it, so like I knew where things were and stuff. I knew like what rooms I could, not go into and stuff like that.
Well, where's the fun in that though? You gotta let her play through it and experience those kinds of things where it's like, she's gonna walk in that room, what's gonna happen, you're gonna laugh when it happens.
Oh, I did. I think
okay.
As soon as like anything like too actiony started, like you were having to do like a chase, like a runaway sequence, she'd hand the controller over to me. But like the start of all the levels, she would like happily take her time exploring and stuff like that. So it was fun. Okay, that's my number 2. I've got 2 honorable mentions.
What? This is less than we had talked about.
I know. I think I maybe took one off. I think I just had less games on my list. It looked like more than 5 before I like switched like the slots into like the top 5, and I was like, oh, there's only 2 left now.
Wait, how does that make sense? Okay, so it
looked like more entries.
You started slotting them in. How does that make any sense?
No, sorry, I had them all like in one like one list. And it just looked like more than 5 plus 2 honorable mentions, I guess.
This is why I just have Google Keep on my phone, and it tells me, hey, you have this many list items.
Oh. You know what I use for my top 5 list every single year? Notepad.
Oh my god, get out of the year 2002.
That's how high-tech I am. Every single year, I just have it in a little text
The next
document.
time we hang out, I'm just taking your phone, I'm opening up Keep, and I'm being like, this is how you do this.
I have lists for other things on my phone, but for some reason I think it's because, like, if I'm going to add a video game to this list, like, I have Notepad on my computer, like, it's just easier for me to do it, I guess.
But you have your phone with you when, say, you're playing with your Switch or on another console even.
Yeah,
like, for God of War 2018, or, our game of the year that year, you weren't at your computer. You would have had
Yeah.
your phone beside you, so you can just look at your phone and be like, oh, I'll just put it on my list now. I'm not going to go to my computer, like put down the game I'm playing to go to my computer, which is likely in another room, just to put it on the list on my computer, on Notepad of all fucking things.
What's wrong with Notepad?
We're living in what will soon be 2022, not 2002.
I will not hear this Notepad slander.
Technology has come so far, John. You need to get with the times.
This is a Notepad positive channel, okay?
Listen, you fucking technological boomer.
Look, anyway, I've got 2 honorable mentions, yeah. Okay, the first honorable mention is It Takes Two.
Okay.
Played through that with Robbie. It was great fun.
Your relationship therapy.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Lots of good moments. Go watch the series. It's funny. Like I said, like any of these could have been in the number 5 slot. I just barely narrowed it down today. But It Takes Two was awesome. Great co-op game. Would recommend. And then the other game is, you're going to be a big fan of this one, Taylor. It's Emily is Away Less Than 3.
Oh, God. Wait, it's a heart, goddamn you.
Yeah, but it's also the 3rd entry, so it's Emily is Away Less Than 3.
No, not. Oh, God. Fucking. We were just talking about Notepad. Now we're bringing up MSN.
No, this one's Facebook.
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't know if I've seen the newest one.
This is another, like Little Nightmares, it's another series that I only played this year. I think it's like when I started work this summer, I was just like very tired because it was a bit of a change. Mm-hmm. And so like I just needed like very relaxing games after work. And so like the first Emily is Away is free, right? So I was like, I'll give it a go. Played through that, really liked it. The second one was like very cheap in the summer sale, I think, so I grabbed that. And then I think I bought the 3rd one full price because I really liked the other 2 so much.
And you barely ever buy games full price. Like, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand how big a deal this is for John to say he bought it at full price.
Yeah, 2 games on this list. Well, technically. Like, Emily is Away, Heart, and Death's Door, both basically full price. Big deal for me.
That is a huge deal. Oh my god.
But yeah, Emily is Away Less Than 3 it's basically like a... God, when was Facebook chat a thing? Like 2009 or something like that?
Oh, so yeah, somewhere around there. 2000, like, between 2008 and 2010.
Yeah, so it's like a simulator of that time period, and you're a high school student talking to your crush on like Facebook Messenger and stuff like that. It was very nostalgic.
Those were the days.
Honestly, like, yeah, does give you a bit of nostalgia, and it was very, very authentic, and just a very enjoyable experience. I think I 100%ed that one too.
Wow.
Yeah.
You and your like 100% of these random, not necessarily indie games, but smaller titles.
Yeah, honestly, those are the games I play.
You've changed, man. You've changed.
I know. But I think it gives a bit of a varied list.
Yeah. Well, we still haven't heard your number 1.
Because my number 1 is very not that.
Oh, God.
My number 1, I mean, you probably couldn't guess. Some people might be able to guess. But my game of the year, Taylor, was Persona 5 Strikers.
Oh my god, I never would have known.
Would you have guessed that?
I mean, I forgot Strikers came out this year. Like, I knew you fell in love, like, absolutely, like, head over heels in love with Persona this year. I knew that.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that Strikers had come out this year.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I went hard on Persona this year. Like, last year, Persona 4 was my game of the year just because it came out on PC, and that was the only Persona game I played that year. And then this year I played 5 and 3 and 2 and Sum of 1 and Persona 5 Strikers all this year.
Wow, that's a lot of Persona.
It's a lot, especially because like I think like Persona 5 took me like 70 plus hours to play through.
Yeah, I heard like people were just not... They were burnt out on it, so they couldn't play Royal even though they really wanted to.
Yeah, like I'm kind of glad that Royal hasn't come to PC yet. I think I'm ready for it now, but like if it had come out like in like July or whenever, like a year after 4 Golden came out, I think it would have been too soon for me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like now, if if that was announced at Game Awards, that would be great. Thank you, Jeff Keighley. But yeah, Persona 5 Strikers, if people don't know, it's a Dynasty Warriors style spin-off sequel to Persona 5, not Royal. Persona's very confusing. But like, instead of being a turn-based combat JRPG, it's like Dynasty Warriors, where you're just like mowing down waves of enemies in real-time combat.
Mm-hmm.
It was very fun. You got to go back to hang out with all the characters that you spent so much time with in Persona 5. Like I said, I spent 70 hours with these people, so it was really nice to be able to go right from Persona 5 to being back with them right away in Strikers. And it was a really nice story. You go on a road trip across Japan. You go to all these different cities in Japan. It's summer. You're in an RV. It's great fun.
All right, I figured. I don't know. A lot of people don't like the formula of the Dynasty Warriors franchise nowadays. How do you feel how do you feel about the Dynasty Warriors franchise as a whole? Like, would you have enjoyed it if it wasn't Persona?
I've never played Dynasty Warriors, and I wouldn't have played this if it wasn't Persona.
What? No, we cannot. Okay, that's a conversation for another video.
Yeah, no, I only got this because it was Persona, and because it was like, I think if it had been a standalone Persona game, I would have been less tempted to buy it, but because it is Persona 5, I needed to play it.
All right then.
But yeah, no, I didn't love the combat, I guess, but I didn't mind it either. I definitely preferred the turn-based JRPG style of regular Persona, but
well, I mean, shit, you put how many hundreds of hours collectively into them?
Yeah, honestly, a lot. But like, this is my game of the year, so I obviously liked it enough, and a bit of a theme here. I 100%ed this one as well.
Oh my god. How many games have you 100%ed this year?
God, like a decent amount, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was 40 hours in this one.
Okay, that's not nearly as long as I would expect.
Yeah, it's because it's not a JRPG. You can just get through it a lot
that's
faster.
The thing. Even a game like that, like I have Berserk Band of the Hawk, which is a Dynasty Warriors style game. With Berserk, I put in 52.1 hours. I've got 35 out of 40 achievements.
Oh, okay.
So like that is rare even for a Dynasty Warriors style game to be able to like 100% it in that amount of time.
It is also like just a spin-off sequel. It's definitely a smaller scale story than like any of the other Persona games. So I think that's probably like part of the length. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was definitely my game of the year. Really loved it.
That's awesome.
That was my list. We did it.
That was quite the list. I was surprised by a lot of things. I was not surprised by a few. And our lists are so different.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. So I'm glad we're doing these videos together.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wow.
Sweet, can't wait. Hope you guys are excited for Taylor's video tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.
It won't be tomorrow.
It might. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll see. Awesome. Thank you guys very much for watching this. Make sure you tune in to the next one whenever it is with Taylor. And we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.